Hey, Jesse.
Hello, Lindsay.
And happy birthday, almost.
Thank you. Yeah, it's Monday. Well,
today is Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th for us.
We're recording on Friday the 13th.
So,
and today our case on Jessica McCarthy just came out. Let us know what you think about that.
That was wild. What are you drinking? Hang on. Wait. I want to know. You go first. You get to go first.
What are you drinking?
No, you go first.
Oh, well, I have polished off a watermelon and a tangerine White Claw, and now I'm on peach.
So you're just clawing up the world.
Clawing it up.
That's cool.
And cooking you a birthday lasagna.
My favorite.
Yes, it's tradish.
And she got me this bourbon book I just opened.
Yes, I had him open his
It's
presents.
got all the bourbons in it. And this cool,
It's
Grinch
called the
outfit.
Bourbon Bible.
I'm going to wear, this whole Grinch outfit, every day from now on until,
It has
New
the
Year's.
complete lowdown on the spirit of America. 140 bourbons tried and tested, and includes bourbon cocktail recipes.
So, also, I consider that a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to mark off the ones I've already had, but the rest of them, it's a challenge. If I can afford it.
We're going to find them. We're going to find them.
It's on.
Listen, if I can get you a bottle of Whistle Pig, or is it Pig Whistle or Whistle Pig?
Now, there's a Pig Whistle that's way more expensive than Whistle Pig.
No, one I got you was very expensive.
Yeah, there's one of them that's like $1,500 a bottle or something.
I don't know if we can go that high on some alky.
200 probably my max.
Yeah, max.
Yeah.
That'll be for special
I'm excited.
occasions.
And so I got me this, Silas, my son, he got me this cool little charm necklace thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm...
With some skulls, and you're wearing a skull Santa shirt.
I am festive.
Yes.
And you got your pink shirt on with your phenomenal pants on.
Yes.
They're
They got
very
some
cool.
stockings and some mittens and some snowflakes.
I like them.
And I got my buffalo plaid
'em.
bedroom slippers on.
I like them. I like looking at them.
No makeup, freshly washed hair, freshly shaved legs.
I'm a smooth criminal.
Annie, are you okay?
No, you're a smooth criminal. Yeah. And by the way, I am drinking a White Claw also because all the ones you don't like, that's what I drink.
Jesse gets the mangoes.
Yeah.
I don't like the mangoes. So he has a whole shelf of mangoes.
I got to tighten up, I guess. I don't know. I don't drink enough. No, there is a shitload of mangoes. If anybody wants a mango White Claw,
come over.
Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy.
But actually, I did discover that the mango one mixed with the peach one, when I fill up my big cup.
You like that? So
it's
you
good
can
together. Mango and peach together are amazing. That's my favorite Celsius.
As we would say from one of our favorite movies, lower the surplus population.
Yes.
I love that movie.
Yes. The Muppet Christmas Carol. That's our jam.
And I'm drinking, I'm drinking.
Hello, Mr. Humbug.
I'm drinking
Hello,
Honey Jack.
Mr. Grim. Yes.
Yeah, because
we've been sick.
Yeah,
I've been
cold,
sick
so
all week.
I'm going to take a sip on that one.
Our child
I'm excited.
is now sick.
Let's
Poor
talk
thing.
a little bit.
He woke up flushed.
He was.
And eyes were all swollen from snot. He looked at me like this. This is not a visual outlet here, but anyway, he was flushed with fever and swollen from snot this morning.
Poor fella. And you were sickly. You're finally coming over it too. And I shook most of it, but I'm kind of feeling it. Maybe
Saturday,
it's just
and
sympathy.
I heard it in my voice.
I don't feel my head
when I was
I feel
listening.
like I might be a little.
You're a little warm.
Yeah,
you're not dangerous though.
Just a little pissy. Not too bad. So got 4 fingers of this Jack Honey to help me out. So
4 fingers.
Cool story about Jack Honey. We went to a piano bar one time.
Oh, God,
and it was our first
so
endeavor
fun.
on Jack Honey. First endeavor.
And our first visit to the piano bar in Gainesville. That is no longer there.
Keys? Was it Keys?
Nope. That's the new one.
What was the old one called?
Oh, shit. It was just on the top. Was it something with an R, wasn't it?
Oh.
I don't want to, not Roy's.
No, I thought it was Keys.
Rockies.
Rockies.
Yes.
It was very, very cool. The
that
talent
was
there is
so
amazing.
much fun. And I was so proud because Gainesville is a college town. That's where the University of Florida is, Florida Gators. That's Jesse's team. I'm a Knowles fan. So we were over there. We were on a date night. We had Harry's Seafood, one of our favorite spots over there.
Harry's, the crab.
Yes.
The not crab cake, the grit cake.
Fried grit cake.
Fried
you
grit
got something
cake.
on your... Oh, it's a drip.
I leave the honey on my beard. Honey fileta.
But yeah, we had some Harry's for dinner, and we ventured over to the piano bar where we were sick. And this was before COVID. This was before it was unacceptable to go out in public when you didn't feel good.
But I think we actually had COVID.
It was this. No, it wasn't.
No, it was the year before. That's right. No, the COVID that I had was at Universal. Anyhow, go on to the piano bar.
But so we go to the piano bar. We had a blast. I was so proud of the college kids for picking amazing old school songs.
They were like our DNA.
Yeah,
like
I was like
20 years
we were
younger.
Vibing
they
so
had to
hard.
have been at least 20 years
I
younger.
was getting rum buckets, and you were getting Jack and Honey.
Yeah.
And I stopped drinking about 2 hours before we left, where Jesse did not.
No, I was like, no, it's all you.
He literally, it was what, a half a mile walk back to our car.
You had to help me like
I had to somehow tote you back to the car. I don't know how that happened.
You was driving Miss Daisy, and Miss Daisy
and I had
some
water in the car
and
got stopped at the store and got some nosh and a coffee, and we trekked back home.
I didn't come out of that
sober,
for like a day and a half afterwards. It was nuts. It was great. Great times. No, I didn't overdo it too bad, but I do remember
you were no longer sick.
Yeah, it beat it out of me.
Jack
Sure.
and Honey knocked out your sickness.
It was good. It was so good to me. And Jessica McCartney. McCarty.
Mm-hmm. Or who we talked about last week.
Who we talked about, and it was that was an adventure.
That episode is actually
horrific.
Out today on Friday the 13th.
Yeah, so check that out.
And this one will be out next week.
And
I don't know what the date is.
A huge one of these real quick. A huge one of these. You ready? You ready for one of these? Here it comes.
You already gave me one of those.
No, it's not for you. It's for everybody that's listening. We just broke 250 downloads today.
Oh my God.
250.
We need to go. Listen, I'm texting one of my friends with one of my friends, and she's going, her birthday is also in December. December, we just need to change our Christmas account to December account.
There's so much more. There's so much more than just Christmas.
Because we have Silas's birthday, your birthday, our grandbaby's birthday, my second child's birthday, Christmas, and
things we want to do, like TSO. And
I want to do TSO next year.
I want to go back to TSO. And there's just so much. Yeah, it really is.
One of my friends was just texting me that she is going to the Margaritaville Beach Hotel, and it was only $150 for Ocean View.
This time of year, yeah, it's perfect.
Right now, yes. I would go. I would sit in the room and get fucked up.
No, I mean, I would go walk on the beach.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, it's a little cool.
Yeah, we'll wear clothes and walk on the beach.
Yeah. And meteor shower tonight, too. We're going to check that out later on.
I'm texting her back that is amazing.
But yeah, definitely recap about the McCarty thing and
mental health. Mental health is important.
Yeah,
that's 99% of most of the cases that we will cover.
Yeah.
Because even though, like I said, we do not sympathize with the actual crime.
No.
But the psychosis and the mental health that has been ignored, she had prior problems.
Yeah, and she could have done better for her mental health. You can
always
everybody,
do. I mean, her mother, her ex-husband, they knew. Even the boyfriend that she was with at the time, they knew something was wrong with her, but they turned a blind eye.
And you seen the picture that I posted of the police officer laying little things next to the spot, the marker there. That's just so sad, and don't let it get that way. But sometimes you can't see it, like if there's somebody else that's going through it and they get depressed to where they're at the point they just let it succumb them like completely. Sometimes it's hard to see that in other people because they can play that, honestly, like another tragic story with your mom, your biological mother, she was into that kind of psychosis where she was just in closet alcoholic.
Yes,
probably didn't.
She was a closeted alcoholic. She would have 1 to 2 martinis with the family per night. Little did they know that she was drinking all day.
Hiding it. So there's a lot of things that people hide. And with my background, my father was an alcoholic as well. And that's why we partake. But
that was after Vietnam. I mean, he had a lot of shit on his mind.
Yeah. The PTSD from that. So yeah, partake, but do it responsibly. I always look back at that and I'm like, I'm not ever going to get into where it takes away from anything, so mental health is a big thing. So that was the key thing for the last one, pretty much. Something together and have a sip and
because even like the things she was doing, like, going under false accounts to text that other woman and shit, that's mental too. I mean, okay, so I've been in a relationship before where I was cheated on a lot, and it was crazy because the other women would harass me. And even though I was the one that was the wife and the mother of the children, but I didn't do things like that to them. And it was things that I shouldn't have forgave and let happen, but they harassed me. You know what I'm saying? It was almost the same thing.
It was probably because of the trash he was talking behind your back.
Well, no, because they felt like that they had ownership to him in some way, and I was the one that was in the way.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, I had one tell me that was her house and I needed to get out, and I had actually put the down payment on that home with my money. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it was just shit like that. So
2 wows.
Yeah, there's a lot. Oh God, I went through some shit y'all don't even want to know. But yeah, I had one literally call my home and tell me that I needed to get out.
That's
that
insane.
was her house on my landline that was in my name.
Yeah. And I haven't been all that great in spots too myself, so I continue to apologize. You can never apologize enough when you're a shitty dude at times, you know. So I'm sorry. Once again, public. Put it all in public.
All right, cue the intro.
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to play it like right now?
Happy Friday the 13th.
Oh, happy Friday, which would be after Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This will actually be next Friday.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know what that date is.
But we're getting off into it. Here we go. Lindsay, you have dug up another one again. And this one's got a Christmas theme to it. Or it has something Christmassy.
This one and then the one we'll be releasing. So this one will come out on the 20th. And then we're going to make it to where we do the next one on Christmas Day.
Yeah, so welcome. Drink about something. Here we are. Woo! I'm excited. And hey, I got this really cool-ass band that I want to play later on from Curtain Call Records.
You got to stop saying I'm excited. I mean, I know you're excited for the story, but you're excited for the band you're going to announce later on.
Well,
right?
Actually, I'm excited for the story because I know nothing about it.
Right.
So it's bad. It's bad. And I'm not excited like in a happy way. I'm excited to hear the fucked up, crazy ass story that you're going to tell.
I know what you mean. Exactly.
So, no, honestly, the people that listen to this, I swear they get excited too.
I do too. I follow several different podcasters on Spotify. And when I get an alert that they have a new episode out,
I'm excited.
Plugging in.
See,
yes.
So I am excited. I'm gonna continue to say that, and we'll take another sip of my nice honey jack.
Honey and Jack. All right.
I'm gonna let you fly.
Ready?
I'm gonna let you fly.
All right. So this story takes place in the small farming town of Carnation, Washington, which is a little over 30-minute drive from Seattle. This is a small community where everyone knows each other. And most people have many acre farms. And this is actually one of the biggest agriculture producers in the Northwest region.
That's cool.
Most families in this area have known each other for many generations. Crime was almost non-existent in this area. It was just, it's a nice little community. Wayne Scott Anderson and Judy Anderson owned around 10 acres in the Carnation area.
The Andersons.
And it's in, I think, Monroe County. It's not really considered a town, but it is a town. I don't know. It's one of those weird, it's a town, but it's not a town type thing.
Okay.
So Wayne was an engineer for Boeing, and he was 60, and his wife, Judy, was 61, who was a postal worker. And she had been with the post office for a long time.
Is this one of those going postal things?
No.
Oh.
It would actually be better if it was.
I was hoping. I was like, we're going postal. We're going postal finally.
So they had been married for 31 years and had 3 children, Mary, Scott, and Michelle, whom were all grown at this time.
Okay, please don't put them in it. Go. Just
Let me tell the story,
The
boy.
children of 3, please let them be.
I'm not sure how old Mary was, but Scott was 32 and Michelle was 29 at this time.
So they grown.
Mm-hmm. Scott was married to a woman named Erica, who was also 32, and they had 2 kids, Olivia, who was 5, and Nathan, who was 3. Michelle lived with her boyfriend, Joe McEnroe. I don't know if it's McEnroe or McEnroe.
Oh, it's going to be McEnroe for sure, because you gotta.
Johnny McEnroe.
McEnroe.
They lived in a trailer on the family property. The Andersons planned a family get-together on Christmas Eve of 2007 at Wayne and Judy's house. Everything was decorated festively. Judy had a roast beast. I can't even say roast beef anymore since my entire life because of the Grinch. It's roast beast.
Right. Yeah, when his heart grew bigger, he got to cut it.
She had a roast beast going and was wrapping gifts in anticipation of the kids and grandkids, and Wayne was watching some TV. Typical dude, he's watching TV while she's wrapping
doing
all the presents.
The work
But you,
Saturday,
my darling
Saturday.
love,
next Saturday. Yeah.
Yes, you love to wrap the presents with me. I do all the wrapping, and you hold the tape down.
Well, it's like rap about
and we
something.
Drink. Yes,
drink
we
about
drink
rap about.
and rap about something.
And we play rap music.
Oh yeah, we'll have everybody's kicked out of the garage, and we are in there rapping away,
goofing with the speaker on Bluetooth.
So, Michelle and Joe were the first to arrive. Are you ready? It's about to get heavy.
This fast?
This fast.
Hang on. I'm not ready. I'm claw. Let me claw. Cheers on the claw.
Cheers on the
claw.
Holy
shit. Hold on. Here we go. Poo-poo with a dashy. Poo-poo with a dashy. Okay, go ahead.
So Michelle and Joe were the first to arrive. But instead of Merry Christmas hugs and kisses and presents to exchange, they were armed with guns.
What?
Joe distracted Judy as Michelle aimed the gun at her dad and fired. But it jammed. But a second later, Joe aimed his gun and shot Wayne, and then Judy, and then quickly cleaned the room up and moved Wayne and Judy's bodies to the shed out back.
What the fuck? Simply having a murderous Christmas time. What the fuck? Hatfields and McCoys on Christmas.
Yeah. So they went back inside to wait for Scott and Erica to arrive. About an hour later, Scott and his family got there, took off their shoes, and made themselves comfortable on the couch.
So they just moved the bodies out.
They moved the bodies out.
Smoke's still in the air.
Roast beef is still in the oven.
The beast is still cooking.
Christmas music still playing in the background.
And
I really don't know if it was or not, but...
And more siblings show up.
Yeah, so they sat and talked with Michelle and Joe for a while. Some sources say it was like 2 hours.
What the hell kind of story you got me into here?
And then Scott was like, okay, where's mom and dad? Then Michelle opened fire on her brother, shooting him 4 times.
What? This is some end time shit, isn't it?
No, just let me tell the story.
Okay.
Sir.
I'm sorry, but I'm not. But
Erica runs to the landline phone to call 911 after being shot herself. The 911 call was cut short by Joe, who grabbed the phone and hung it up. But the dispatcher heard some loud noises and Erica saying, "Not the kids."
No, Lindsay, you're not fixing to. Lindsay.
Michelle had shot Erica twice, but then ran out of bullets. She tells Joe that he has to be the one to shoot the kids, who are screaming and clinging to their mother, and Joe shoots both kids.
Lindsay.
And with a total of 14 bullets, Joe and Michelle had killed 6 members of the family.
Oh, my God.
The older sister, Mary, wasn't able to make the gathering due to being sick.
Luckily.
Yes. So then Erica and Joe take off, as saying they were going to get married in Vegas was going to be their alibi for all of this. Don't worry, I'm going to explain everything. We're right at the beginning.
I'm still like in,
I know.
I'm shocked. I mean, they whacked the whole family.
The whole family. Now, 911 does send officers to the area, but the gate was locked, and it was about a quarter-mile walk up to the actual home from the gate. So they left, trumping it up to an accidental call.
Wow.
Or I don't know. Some sources say that, like, the 911 call that I heard, to me, I would find alarming. But I know this case. I've known this case for a few years. But
yeah, because they heard other shit going on in the background, not the kids, right? Like,
their excuse was it sounded like a party was going on. I don't know. But when I hear kids, I'm running. I don't know. I have listened to so many cases covered, and there are so many 911 calls that just could have went differently.
Is this some bullshit insurance scheme or something?
No.
I mean, I'm trying to. What the hell causes you to do this?
I promise you, I'm going to explain everything.
Okay. I mean, I'm just okay.
So on December 26th that year was a regular work day at the post office, but of course Judy didn't show up.
Yeah.
And this was very unlike her. I mean, and they actually were supposed to show up early the day after Christmas.
Yeah,
if it was a regular work
extra
day.
Shit to do, yeah.
So her best friend / coworker, Linda Thiele, I think that's how you pronounce it, was suspicious immediately.
Yeah, she's probably been like a workhorse.
Yeah, they probably worked in the post because that's a long-term job. That's not a high turnover job.
After Christmas, I want to do packing day one time.
A Boxing Day?
Boxing Day.
This is when all this was discovered.
Oh.
And a couple of, I have newfound Canadian podcasters that I started following. Right. They celebrate this day.
And hello, Canada.
Yes.
I think we have a couple of listeners there.
Yeah, so the two that I have discovered are, one is Wicked and Grim. And Buried Motives. I highly suggest both of them in Canada.
Yay.
And you get to hear them say sorry in a boot.
Sorry in a boot. Sorry a boot. Whatever we got going on a boot. That's really cool.
Buried Motives, their little catchphrase is dirt big.
I want more
dirt
Canadian
bigs.
listeners.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Yes.
You know what? We're almost as big in California as we are in Florida. You know that?
Our next one is going to take place in California.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Linda couldn't get Judy on the phone, so she left immediately to go
right.
and check on her right away. She also saw that the gate was locked, but she made that quarter-mile walk up to the house, didn't get an answer at the door, but it was unlocked, so she went in. That's the best friend you need right there.
You gotta have one.
That's the bestie.
You gotta have one at least.
So she saw Scott laying on the ground and thought that he had been succumbed to like a carbon monoxide poisoning situation. And but
there's carnage in there. There's got to be carnage still in there. Like just.
So then she then discovers that he has been shot. Then she sees Erica and the kids, and she's fucking frantic at this point. She actually thought that Erica may have been Judy.
Those babies.
So she found a phone in the master bedroom and called 911. She was terrified at this point, and not only that there were bodies everywhere, but that the killer may still be in there. So she was on the phone with 911 for about 30 minutes, and she did say that Michelle lived on the property and had been upset with Wayne and Judy over money. Because best friends know the tea, okay? My girls, they know all the fucking tea in the family. You know what I'm saying? So
your besties for sure.
My besties know the deep, dark thoughts that I don't feel comfortable sharing with anybody.
See, me, I hold it all in, but I mean, my best friend's a female, and she probably would like for me to be like that. She gets mad when I bring out. She's like, "Why didn't you fucking tell me?" And I'm just like, I don't know.
She's your bestie. She should. And by the way, folks, I have no problem with this. I love this woman just as dear as he does. And just like you love my friends as much as I do. Yes, everybody, we're all good. Linda was like, you know what? This may be Michelle. This may have been her doing. And the police came.
So she had suspicions of that because of what she's told her.
Obviously, Judy's already told her some problems, which I'm going to get to here in a minute.
My daughter's coming over, but she's wanting all this. And
So the police came and eventually found the bodies of Wayne and Judy as well. And at 3 hours after investigation was in progress, cops are everywhere. You know, they're at the property getting all the shit done. Michelle and Joe just show up. And they act like they were just now seeing what's happening.
Like, oh, we're back from Vegas.
But they never asked what's happening. They never asked the police one time, what's going on? They came in and was like,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
But what happened? They never said
that's a huge
what
red
happened.
flag.
They were just like, oh, wow. Oh, wow.
So the police knew, I mean, of
like
course,
robots.
because
it was like
her best friend came, investigated, and already knew all the family tea and had already spilled it to the police. Right. They knew.
I mean, I have no thoughts of murder, but I wouldn't come back scripted, you know, and you'd be like, oh, wow. Oh, look at here. Oh, wow.
So the police knew that they lived on the property and asked if they knew anything. And they said, well, we were going to Vegas to get married, but got lost on the way. And actually, they had went north.
So they never got to
they're in
Washington.
Vegas? They're in Washington. That's north of California. So that's quite a fucking drive.
If you go north, you're in
Vegas.
Canada.
Right. So obviously they're like, we ain't got no passports. So they turn around and they start going to Vegas, and they use that. They're going to try to use that as their alibi.
That's some Dumb and Dumber shit, isn't it? That John Denver's full of shit, man.
And so they say they got lost along the way and they decided to come home. And the last time they had seen their parents was on Christmas Eve to tell them of their wedding plans. So Michelle and Joe's original plan was to come back and pretend to find the bodies and call the police themselves. But they underestimated Linda being a badass.
Oh, she got it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
So, and I guess they also didn't count on the fact that family members, in most cases, are the first to be investigated. Anytime, if a wife gets murdered, the husband gets investigated. The husband gets murdered, the wife gets investigated. Yeah. That is usually 99% of the time. Family members and people that are close to you.
You keep telling me this, yeah.
Are the first, yes.
Okay. So it's like, this is a common denominator no matter what, we're going to go there.
So when the police asked Michelle, why do you think we're here? Michelle immediately broke down and said, it's not Joe's fault. It's all mine. As soon as I shot the gun, I felt so bad. What the hell have I done?
So she's
I'm a monster.
Yeah, she's spilling it right then. Mm-hmm. Just couldn't take it anymore. Wow.
I mean, I don't understand. This is 2 days later. You've annihilated your whole family.
Yeah.
And
all but the six
just now you're saying that you felt bad as soon as you shot the gun. Her gun jammed. She had an opportunity to be like,
we're done.
Never mind.
Yeah. Like, God or somebody just said, and then you were like, no, let me put some more bullets in this and whack everybody.
I mean, and well, made Joe do most of the killing.
Yeah, but she whacked some people too, so it's like,
yeah, I mean, she shot her brother fucking 4 times, right? And Erica. So, and the police asked, why the kids, girl? Why? Yeah. And she answered by saying that she didn't want them scarred for life by the death of their parents and what had happened right in front of them. So in her mind, it was a mercy kill.
I mean, a mercy kill, though, like, how are you considering anything mercy just to kill everybody, damn near everybody in your whole family?
Well, I'm going to get to her motive here shortly.
It better be a damn good one because I'm not understanding.
I mean, there's no good motive.
There is no good motive for that one. In any movie I've ever seen in my life.
The only murderer that I support is Dexter motherfucking Morgan.
Dexter!
And luckily, that is a fictional show.
That's my wake-up call, too, though.
Yes. Hey. We are rewatching Dexter together because Jesse is apparently watched some seasons with me that I don't remember.
You don't remember it, and I'm calling it out.
Because when we met, it was in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, I'm calling it out before it happens, and you're like, no way. I'm like, yes way, I've watched this. Like, it's so funny.
And he is so infatuated with the theme song, it is now his alarm clock, and it fucking freaked me out the first morning you did it.
I looked over because I was like, I'm so excited to like play it. And Lindsay,
y'all, it's 4:30 in the morning when his alarm goes off.
And Lindsay's eyes, like, I looked over, and it went off, and I looked to my left because she sleeps on my left, and her eyes were what? Oh my God. It scared the shit out of her. She thought she was dreaming.
And I love that shit, but I was like, am I dreaming about a Dexter episode?
That was really good, though.
Because that's normally, because all of my alarms are all of our favorite artists at 15-minute increments. So in my head, I'm at concerts.
She has 15 alarms every 15 minutes.
In my dreams, I'm at their concerts, and I'm hearing this song.
And you keep going to sleep. You're like,
when yours went off, I was like... What is happening?
It was good. I love doing that. I do a lot of stuff like that to her, and I mean, it's just
thank God we moved on from that one alien one you had when we first got together. Oh
yeah.
my God.
Well, I had an old crappy phone, and it didn't have much on it, so
you had what, the iPhone 4?
It had that old.
Now we just set our alarms to. I set mine to my Spotify.
I play bluegrass and like punk rock.
Well, I've got everything from Wage War, Ice Nine Kills, Elton John, the Beatles, Zeal and Ardor.
I love jazz music, so I play jazz music. Yeah, love it all.
All right,
Go ahead, fly,
all right.
Fly, little bird, fly.
So now, Michelle and Joe had met online a few years before. Michelle was older than Joe and pretty much controlled him. Joe says he actually loved her family very much, calling Wayne and Judy mom and dad.
Holy shit. She really has her shit together enough to where she can have another human being do her dirty work.
So he was actually going to take the Anderson name when he got married. Instead of the traditional wife takes the husband's name. Very Jack White of him. We just was talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
So Jesse has for years, even though I've told him that this is not true, thought that Jack White and Meg White were brother and sister. I said, no, they were married and Jack took her last name.
I mean, that's cute, but it would have been cuter if it was his sister.
But
you'd be jamming with your sister.
But you know what? Cuter. Two of my favorite people on earth are Jack White and Jack Black. I think that is awesome.
Yeah. And they have the little black and white thing going on. Now
I just need to find a Jack Yellow, a Jack Brown, a Jack Red.
I want to rename myself Jack Orange.
Yes.
Yeah.
A Clockwork Orange.
Fuck it, I want to name myself Jack Daniels.
Okay.
I drink enough of it. I should have stock in it, right?
Yeah. We love the white stripes in this house.
I do love it. Mm-hmm. We both
I miss really Silas's obsession with them. I really do.
I do too. And the whole the peppermint thing that they were going to be called before that. Remember that? Where you talked about
they were going to be called the candy stripes, I think?
Or peppermint stripes or candy stripes or...
Oh, fuck. I just read about this the other day.
I thought it was just peppermint, and then it was like stripes, and then it became...
Or maybe it was the candy canes
stripes,
or something.
Candy cane. We don't know.
I don't know. But they ended up going with white stripes because Meg loved her some peppermints.
She did, and that's why they had the video with the peppermints and stuff.
That's her drum set.
That's her
was
whole
peppermint.
Thing. Yeah.
Anyhow, I love me some peppermints too. What is our child doing?
Suspect on the other side of the house.
Our 11-year-old is trying to keep himself
in the bedroom,
occupied in our room
with most of the Christmas
with
presents.
all the Christmas presents and all the snacks.
As we get quiet because he looks at us.
Go watch TV.
The suspect has fake tattoos all over his body, as any 11-year-old that likes too much metal music.
Okay, good night.
Yeah, go on side. This is an 18 and up type show. 21 and up.
He's not feeling great either. He's still in his pajamas.
Yeah.
His Baby Yoda pajamas. His Grogu.
He's excited.
Grogu.
Though. And I'm not going to tell him, but I got him a cool guitar for Christmas.
All right. I'm going to finish with the story. Or not finish. I'm going to keep going.
Go.
So Michelle was unemployed and Joe worked at Target. So they did not have a lot of income. Wayne and Judy had let them live on the property rent-free for a year, but had told them that they were going to have to start paying rent in the upcoming year, starting 2008. Bitches,
this is a lifestyle twist for money.
Y'all gonna have to pay rent.
She couldn't control it, and she needed more. Go ahead.
So Michelle also claims that Scott owed her $40,000, and that she was, quote, tired of everybody stepping all over her, unquote.
So she was probably the black sheep of the family that felt entitled to everything.
Yeah, money was the whole motive, and just as Linda mentioned in the 911 call. So there is nothing really out there if Scott did owe her this amount of money, but I don't know where she would ever gotten this amount of money to lend him because she wasn't a very successful person and she was unemployed at the time. She was a really good artist. That's all I heard. So maybe she painted and would, sell paints on commission, shit like that. But she didn't have a steady income.
Like from Beetlejuice. Those are my sculptures.
Delia Dietz. You know what, Delia? I would have all your sculptures in my house.
They're in our DNA.
But that's actually Tim Burton. And Tim Burton, my goal is to have either an entire house or at least a room dedicated to your style of art. Yeah. I love it very much. I love Tim Burton, our art so much. We love Tim Burton, everything.
Everything.
And
he's done so much for everybody.
Everybody.
You might not even know it, but look it up. Look up Tim Burton stuff.
Yes. It's insane.
And the musicians that he's hired too. God, they did such a great job.
Danny Elfman, he's the toots.
He is.
There's a TikTok collab of all of his.
I've seen it. That
I shared to you.
That's why I'm knowledgeable enough.
Yes. And I've been following Danny Elfman for years, ever since I got obsessed with Nightmare Before Christmas and shit like that.
And they call him for every damn thing.
Yes, because really he's talented.
He's the GOAT.
He is the singing voice of Jack Skellington in A Nightmare Before Christmas.
That too.
Which is what today is.
Yeah.
It's A Nightmare Before Christmas.
It is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
This whole thing is a nightmare.
This episode will come out on the 20th, but the day that we're recording is Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Because we have an eventful day planned tomorrow for Jesse's 43rd birthday.
Yeah, we're usually a week ahead of everybody, which is, it's really good because it gives me time.
Yeah, it's too much to try to do it on the same day. Okay, so she had actually been planning the murders for about 2 weeks. So this was not an impulse, had too much to drink, whatever. No, girl. Girl had been planning.
She was focused.
Yes. So after 2 hours of confessing, Michelle and Joe were arrested and led police to where they had discarded the guns, which were a Smith & Wesson Model 19... You're the
11?
gun guy. 19, a Model 19 357 Magnum revolver.
Okay.
And a 9mm semi-automatic pistol in the, hold on, let me try and pronounce this, Stillaguamish River. There's a lot of native named rivers up there. And so it's...
I'm really drawn to the natives up that way.
Stillaguamish River.
Cool.
Yes,
cool.
We'll say that.
Like it.
So on December 28th, 2007, Michelle and Joe were charged with 6 counts of aggravated murder. In an interview in 2008, Michelle said that she wanted the most severe punishment, which was the death penalty, because she did not deserve to live.
She couldn't live with it. Yeah, she wanted
to waive her trial.
It all came out when you're in the middle of it.
Yes.
It all comes out. Yep.
So she wanted to waive her trial. In October 2008, King County prosecutor Dan Strattenberg said that he would in fact seek the death penalty for Michelle and Joe, but he got pushed back from Judge Jeffrey Ramsdale, who ruled against it. The governor of Washington at the time, Jay Inslee, said no one would be executed while he was in office.
They didn't want them stats.
Right.
Oh, man. She deserved a bullet right out of that gun, in my opinion. I mean, it's harsh of me, but...
The kids, man.
The kids.
I mean, just imagine.
I don't want to.
You're welcoming your family, your daughter and your son-in-law, who calls you fucking mom and dad, your son-in-law. I ain't even going to go into our situation, but they walk in and you're expecting hugs and kisses and presents, Merry Christmas,
happiness and bliss.
And you get a gun to your fucking head.
Right off.
And it jams, and then the other motherfucker walks in and just shoots you.
Yeah. How manipulative. I mean, she had him on lock. That thing must have been good.
So this trial went on for way too long for 2 people who confessed, and it cost the taxpayers millions of dollars.
Why?
I forgot to look up exactly how much, but it was really expensive. This is literally an open and shut case.
Yeah, they needed a long drop and a sudden stop.
So in September 5th of 2013, I have like 3 exclamation points behind that. So this happened in 2007, right?
Yeah.
2007 or 2008?
Yeah.
2007, yes. This is now 2013.
13?
Yes. The state of Washington Supreme Court.
What are they going to find? What are they going to, what are they going to defend?
So they overturned Judge Ramsdale's ruling over the death penalty.
Thank you.
They were tried separately, and again, the prosecution was seeking the death penalty. And then on January 20th, 2015, so now we're 2 years now.
On down.
Joe was tried, and his defense tried to argue that he was mentally unstable and had been coerced and manipulated to carry out these murders by Michelle. Now, I heard recordings of him on the stand, and it was really fucking weird. You can tell he's heavily medicated, and at one point he was laughing hysterically. And then he actually broke down and started sobbing and rocking back and forth.
Yeah, could you
After
imagine
talking
hanging
for a
on to
while.
that for that long and just
But what was really
wishing it was
weird,
just over with, right?
He is really soft-spoken like this.
Oh, wow.
And he had a very heavy speech impediment. Like it was really heavy. But it was I almost thought that he had an accent like from another country because of how soft-spoken that he was. And he actually did address that. He's like, I know that I sound weird and that my voice is terrible. He addresses that and everything.
He knew it conscious.
Yes.
I don't think it's manipulation, though. I think it's twat manipulation.
I don't know. From the way that man talked, I just felt like that he was very easily manipulated and overpowered.
Okay. Yeah, just his mannerisms and everything. I haven't seen
the
anything
only
about
problem
this,
is, Michelle did not know how to load the guns. So Joe did do that for her, and he did most of the shootings himself, making it very clear that the murders would most likely not have happened without him.
Isn't it like a lot of the same thing happened with Gypsy, too?
Oh, that's a whole different case. We're going to cover that later on because you know how passionate I am about that. And you are too.
Yeah.
You are too.
But it was similar to like she kind of talked him into doing all that, right? So women be doing the work.
But at the same time, he wanted Gypsy to himself, and Dee Dee was never going to let that happen.
Probably the same.
Never.
I mean, he probably wanted her like to be happy and have everything she wanted, and I mean, just different.
I think this is completely different. Yeah,
I get you.
This is a woman that she felt entitled to what her family had.
And
she was pissed off that her parents were going to start charging her rent.
She wanted it all.
I really don't believe that Scott owed her $40,000 because he had a successful family with 2 kids.
She didn't have nothing.
She didn't have shit.
Right.
And she lived in a mobile home on her parents' property. I don't understand that, but I can't find anything on it. Yeah. So I don't know.
So, just definitely entitled and everything.
I definitely think that he was manipulated into this and was not a very strong person.
Yeah, either way, he's definitely manipulated.
The weak-minded can be made to do a lot of things that they normally wouldn't do without manipulation. So in Washington, for the jury to recommend the death penalty, all 12 members must be on board. And for Joe, there were only 8. So on March 25th, 2015, remember, this happened in 2007, and we're just now getting to the sentencing in 2015, the jury found him guilty, of 6 counts of aggravated murder, and in May, he was sentenced to life in prison without parole.
And he was pleading guilty. They were both pleading guilty for that many years.
But his defense, of course, the defense attorney is always going to try to get them a better deal.
Yeah, but why would you want to be that attorney?
At this point, he probably had public defender, right?
Yeah, there's no money in it. You're going to lose. Just
because they obviously saw that there was something not right there.
Yeah, but you're not defending anything.
Like I said, if you hear, we'll find the recordings. I'll let you hear him later on.
Okay.
So in January of 2016, Michelle's trial began. So that's what almost 10 years later.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Almost 10 years later, yeah. I'm not trying to math it, but yeah.
Yeah.
We need one more year
9,
to get it 10.
Yeah.
It's 9, yeah.
So it was said that her motives were out of pure greed, as she had mentioned money 35 times in her confessions. 35 times. She did refer to herself as a monster and a bad person for her actions, but then would say that her mother, father, and brother had abused her for years, and she hated Erica. And she hated that Erica made her brother, Scott, not really be a part of her life anymore. And some that covered this case also stated that Erica was in training at the post office with Judy, and Michelle was jealous of that.
So selfish.
So, and if Scott was so abusive to you, Michelle, I'm talking to you, why would you be mad at Erica and for pushing him out of your life? Seriously. And all of this just had the jury confused because it was mixed signals.
Yeah.
Okay. So was it about money or was it about abuse? What's going on here?
Control, greed, selfish, all the good words.
Right. On March 4th, 2016, Michelle was also convicted. Fuck. I'm just thinking about how long that took. Sorry. It just got dawned on me. Like, I typed all this up, and I'm just thinking, like,
so
what?
December would have been 9 years. If it would have been December.
Yeah. March 4th, 2016, Michelle was also convicted of 6 counts of aggravated murder. And on April 21st, she was also sentenced to life in prison without parole. Now, this is going to fucking hurt your heart a little bit. Michelle's older sister, Mary, the one that couldn't make it that fateful Christmas Eve because she was sick.
Right.
She addressed Michelle by saying, quote, "It kills me. I loved you so much. And just know that they loved you too."
Could you imagine being that sibling, the one that got away? Because it would have been her too. I mean, right off.
Oh yeah, she would have been right there.
Now,
with
did you say she had kids too, or?
I'm really not sure. I didn't dive deep into Mary. But yes, I think that she did. But she was feeling ill, so the family wasn't going to go without her.
She was sick. She couldn't
just like
make it.
You wouldn't if me and Silas were sick.
Luckily, so if you're feeling sick, don't go to the Christmas gathering.
And you know what? The next one I'm going to talk about, something similar happens. I'm going to be quiet because that one is a little worse than this one. So now, I forgot to mention in the beginning, which is what I meant to do when I was typing this up, but we're going to go back a little bit. So there was a tenant that lived in that mobile home on the Anderson property before Michelle moved in that Wayne and Judy made move out so that her and Joe could stay there.
Right. It's mine. Everything's mine.
Rent-free.
Yeah, everything is mine. I want it all.
They kind of inherited him as a tenant with the purchase of the property, and he was paying them rent. He was paying faithfully.
So how does she
month.
think that her dad owes her money?
No, it wasn't her dad. She said that her brother Scott, that was why she killed him.
Yeah, okay.
She said that her brother owed her $40,000.
That's right.
And I was kind of boggled because some people that I heard cover this said that's not a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. How do you think? I mean, you don't have anything.
If she doesn't have anything, and see, he supposedly owes her $40,000, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's 2 or 3 years of rent. I mean, with our mortgage, we pay about $15,000 a year.
Yeah.
So that's at least 2 years of a mortgage. I mean, that's a lot of money. It's not in the grand scheme of things. I wouldn't kill somebody over $40,000 for sure.
No.
But it's a lot of money to somebody that has nothing.
Yeah.
The man who sold the Andersons the property, his family said that he wasn't competent and actually protested against the selling of it. The man was actually deemed competent by the court and sold the Andersons the property, and that's how they got the land. The old man's son, Buck, who was the most angry, he refused to leave. But he did pay them rent, and he lived there for 10 years. Wow. He didn't like them, they didn't like him, but he paid faithfully every month. They bought the property in 97 and lived there until they were murdered by their fucking daughter in 2006.
Right, pay no attention to the crotchety old man, and
they had
he's still giving them money.
Order this man to get out so Michelle could come in, and then she fucking kills them.
So she's just spoiled, too.
What an ungrateful, greedy-ass bitch.
Spoiled.
And that concludes my story for today.
Wow.
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
This is fucking crazy.
This type of shit right here, it scares you, especially if you have any problems with your children
but you
whatsoever.
Can pick out that selfish
and want to
person,
squash
the
them
manipulation.
at
you
Christmas.
Can pick it
Be like,
out.
you know what? No matter what we got fucking going on,
we squash it.
We squash it at
and
Christmas.
I don't even, I can pull out some shit because I can be a dickhead at any second. I have that personality. I really do. And I don't apologize because some of it's rightfully so. 90, we'll give 90% so. But we squash it. Yeah, if anything happens, anybody shows up, even if we've been...
Our grown kids still stay the night on Christmas Eve.
And they should.
They cuddle up on the couch and we watch Christmas movies. We have charcuterie and hot chocolate and shit, and I love it.
Boot and a big old pallet on the floor. And
Me and Jesse get up at 3 a.m. and start the turkey and stuff the stockings.
We get to sneak out late at night, and that's
We're still
really
Santa.
fun.
Yes.
I'm so giddy about it.
We never actually told our children that Santa doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I forgot we got one this thing. But I think they know. But we keep that magic alive.
Yeah, they get to call them. You know?
We have a phone. We got Santa's number.
They got Santa on lock. Daddy knows Santa.
I got the face too on my set under my phone.
Yeah,
like it's Santa's face. So when I call Santa, his face is right there.
Yeah,
and I'd be like, "You want me to call Santa?
Yeah,
you want me to call him?
Tighten up, boy.
You better be good."
So that was
horrific. Yes.
And then next week, who are you going to be talking about?
The next one is the Covina Christmas Eve Massacre.
So I have just enough time to slip in this cool song from Curtain Call Records.
Who's the band?
Okay. So this next band's called Death by Overkill.
Death by Overkill. It's metal as fuck.
It's metal, man. It's metal. Death
One of my
by
favorite
Overkill.
things about most of my podcasters actually, not most of them, a third of them are actually metal enthusiasts also. And Henry from last podcast on the left, anytime they say something metal, he'll go, beard and year, like. And I always think that is so funny. Henry is the comic relief on last podcast on the left.
That's really cool.
I love them so much because no matter how fucked up the story is, he makes you laugh.
All right, here we go. I'm going to play this song by Death by Overkill, and then I'll tell you the name of it later because I'm surprising Lindsey. Hey, Lindsey, you did a great job, though, by the way.
Thank you. So, I love you guys. Love telling y'all stories. And I love telling you stories.
Yes, I love it. From Curtain Call Records, this is Death by Overkill, and I'm excited. Like, I keep saying excited. Maybe that's bothering you because I'm like, I'm excited.
Okay, I get it. Excited at the suspense.
Everything. Yes. Yeah, it's a journey.
It's a journey.
So anyhow, Death by Overkill. Check this thing out.
Talking all that nonsense. Muffins off, falling out of your face. When I hear you speak, I get such a headache. And I can't wait for you to go away. I suck at pretending to care. I smile and say, get me the hell out of here. Who cares what you got to say? The stairs leading to nowhere. I can't think about you today. You're just another empty head. Here you come again, talking all that nonsense. Muppets laugh, falling out of your face. When I hear you speak, I got such a headache. And I can't wait for you to go away. Ask me about blah, blah. I suck at pretending to care. I'll smile and say, get me the hell out of here. Who cares what you got to say? The stairs leading to nowhere. I can't think about you today. You're just another empty head. Don't fall asleep. The days feel like me. And I said, don't fall asleep. Ask me about blah, blah. I suck at pretending to care. Not smile and say, get me the hell out of here. Who cares what you got to say? The stairs leading to nowhere. I can't think about you today.
Lindsay, what did you think about that?
That was fucking awesome. I was like mouthing to you. I'm like, it's got a white stripes feel. And we were
Yeah,
just talking about
It does. Muffin fluff.
Yes.
Muffin fluff. I love it. I really do.
They got a Jack White style musicianship in the back.
Yeah, Death by Overkill. Really, really, really cool. Death by Overkill. Curtain Call Records. They're supporting, sharing, and labeling. I don't know what all they do there, but they got a lot of cool music on Curtain. And you can check it out on anything and our Spotify, Drink About Something. And what I loved is she was all like, Muffin fluff all over your face.
It was so fucking cool.
It was really awesome.
And the name of that band was what again, so I can follow them?
Death by Overkill.
I'm following them right now.
Yeah, follow
so
them,
can,
like them, and share them. And share
on
our
Instagram.
podcast. So if you hear us and you hear this out of nowhere, follow us too. And drinkaboutSomething.site. It's very easy to get to.
Yes, you can
And
follow
all of
us
our
on
stuff.
Instagram through there. Send us a Gmail.
Yeah, everything is very easy
Tell
to
us
get
about your Christmas debacles, or if you know of any Christmas cases, because we'll hold on to them.
to. Yeah, we have a next Christmas coming up too.
Sorry, death by what? Tell me one more time.
9 days, whatever, 300, whatever, 7
It's here before you fucking know it.
I know it. Doesn't
Like
it
it's
come up?
like the older we get, it's like I still feel like yesterday was last
Yeah,
Christmas.
period, though. Follow Curtain Call
Last
Records.
Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very next day, I gave that bitch away. Death by what?
Death by Overkill.
Overkill.
Yeah. Yeah, really cool. Follow Curtain Call Records.
Found them.
Found them.
Following. Muffin Fluff is their number one.
It's a number
I
one
love
song.
their fucking
Their
artwork
vibe,
on
their
there. Yes.
everything. Yeah, the artwork on there wasn't it?
Oh, they got
phenomenal?
one. Come at me, bro. I'm definitely gonna listen
Come
to that
at me,
later.
bro. Yeah, maybe we'll play that one if I get
Hey,
permission.
Spotify Wrapped. What was your number one band?
I didn't look.
Do you know what I'm pissed about?
I seen everybody else doing it. I didn't look.
I looked, but do you know what I'm pissed about? They didn't give me my podcast.
You know what?
Listen
Sleep
to.
Token. I did see it. Sleep Token.
My number one was Wage War because that was been my obsession this year.
Yeah,
Y'all
you have
listen.
been on the Wage War.
Okay, so we've like Rage War for how many years now?
Since I showed them to you in 2016. I think.
Yeah.
Welcome
no,
to
it was
Rockville.
2019.
2019. Yeah, it was a few years
It was
later, yeah.
before the pandemic.
So
before
I
the
walked down this hill, and I'm like, holy shit, Wage War's fixing to go on. So I'm walking
I
down
had
the hill.
never heard them.
They're all sitting on top.
Because
and we're-
you're really selfish sometimes about your
Music.
and you don't share with me where I will share. I'm like, listen
Well,
to
that's
this
what I'm doing
fucking
now.
song.
That's what I'm doing now.
I know.
I'm sharing the music now. No, I was so actually I'm around a lot of Lindsay's not by any means, but I was at that time around some closed-minded people about music. So I was like, I'm gonna waddle down this hill. I'm just waddling down, and
I heard.
yeah, and then the pit just opens up, slam
Yes,
all the way
and I was
across.
like, and I heard when he heard, but you don't know low like I do. And I was like, motherfuckers, get up. We were hanging out by a tree. We were fucking drunk.
I'm in the pit, like me and Kurt Rogers from
We
Defy
all
the Tyrant.
ran. We ran.
I think Landon was down there with me,
Yes.
right? So
Yep.
me and Landon.
My 19-year-old now. We started taking him to Rockville when he was 11.
He was probably 13. then.
13. Yeah,
So
that's
like,
about right. 13 or 14.
The pit opens up all the slam way across, and it's probably 30 foot wide, and it's like this big oval pit. Goes all the way across the stage, probably 150 foot long by 30 foot. It opens up, and then I see Kurt. Kurt's short. He's like 5'3".
He's a little shorty. He's like, I'm 5'3", and we're like eye level.
Yeah,
so,
he's,
yeah.
So
It's
really,
about
but
right.
he's
We
stout.
love
He
Kurt.
is,
We love
he
you,
is
Kurt.
stout, and
Yes.
they just offered me to play for Defy the Tyrant
He's
again.
not stout. He's very, very
He's-
fit.
No,
But
no,
he's short.
not stout. By
Stout
that
means
like
short and fat.
Oh, it does?
He's not at all.
oh
He's short and fit.
yeah, he is very fit.
Yes, very
he is
fit.
muscular. Yeah, because I had him on my shoulders at one of the shows one time. But anyhow, Kurt.
That's our bud. We
Yeah,
love us
Kurt
some
comes
Kurt.
across. He's goof booting, and I'm like, dude, we're going across this whole pit.
I call him Curtis.
Curtis. So we grab hands and skip across the damn mosh
Literally,
pit.
like they probably did.
We did.
Because
We actually did.
They are bros
We're
like
pretty
that.
close, yeah.
Yes.
We held hands and skipped across the mosh pit. And then we went all the way across, did a little toodaloo, and came back.
We all were right behind you. Literally,
seen
as
us?
soon as he said, "You don't know low like I do,"
And you
we
found out.
came running.
You found out the low.
But you know when I really fell in love with them, like they've been on my rotation for years since then. But when I really, with the deepness, when we saw them at Spook Halla last year,
I walked you up to them.
and
You were like,
they
oh my
played
God.
an acoustic set.
Yeah, you fell all the way in love.
Oh God, Cody is my boyfriend. Jesse is my husband, but Cody is my boyfriend. And he doesn't know it. Cody Quistad, you are my boyfriend, just letting you know.
Oh, go on.
So, and then we saw them at Louder Than Life, and then again at Rockville, and then we just saw them again in Orlando recently.
Yeah, we're catching up.
I love you guys so much. Britton Bond, Cody Quistad. I'm so sorry I don't know the rest of the members of the band's name, but Wage War, they're my number one this year.
Yeah,
And Ice Nine Kills is my number two.
I don't remember any of the rest of them. I remember seeing Sleep Token on mine because me and you had a few nights where we played Sleep Token. And
Yes.
no, wait.
Sleep Token is on our love playlist.
We love Sleep Token. No, Zill and Ardor. They were on mine.
Aaron, our girl Aaron would be so proud of you.
Yeah.
They didn't make it to mine. I don't know why. But you know,
That's
I do
because
know why.
I was playing it off my phone while we were jamming.
They weren't on my top 5 because I had Wage War, Ice Nine Kills, and then Green Day because of our 11-year-old who is obsessed.
Yeah.
Billy Joe, we're coming for you. We want you to recognize our boy. I'm going to start. He knows how to play several Green Day songs, and I will be tagging you in all of them.
He wants on stage with Billy Joel Armstrong. So if you know them and him, share it to him because Silas is coming.
Yes, Daddy even found him a book on their band, and he is so excited. Yes,
Yeah.
he can play y'all songs really good. And then I had the Beatles and Elton John because those are some of my alarm clock sounds.
I want to play
But I
some
love
of
the Beatles and Elton
shitty
John.
Beatles. I like the
Yes.
shitty Beatles myself. I haven't never heard the shitty
Here
Beatles,
comes
but they're a
the
real band.
sun.
They're a real band.
That's one of my wake up songs from the Beatles.
Yeah.
And
It's
then Elton
alright.
John, Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah.
When are you gonna come down?
That's exactly what I hear
When are you gonna land?
on
Yes.
Sunday morning after the bender,
Yes.
after bending.
Yes. When I have to wake up on Sunday and start waking up, like I don't have to really wake up on Sunday until about 8:30, but I start my alarm still at their regular time, 6:45.
All 15 of them.
There's more than that.
Every 15 minutes. It's like Groundhog
But it's a
Day.
new song.
Well, it's
You
a
get a
different
new
song.
jam.
Yeah, but it's still,
Everyone.
I wake up 15 times, and then after she leaves, I'm like, go. Just
But
go.
we love
No.
Elton John so much. We love the Beatles so much. We love so many bands. It's
Yeah.
insane. We
Yeah, we do.
cannot.
We do.
We have like a top 300. Yeah. You ask us what our favorite band is, and we can't tell you because we have a top
love
300,
so many. Yeah.
and then probably love over 1,000. We love music, and like I said, metal is our jam. But we love everything.
Yeah.
We love Motown, swing music, jazz, every genre and subgenre that
And I
you can
just
think
shared
of.
the Flog
We
and
love
Molly
it.
thing for February, right?
We're going to see motherfucking Flog and Molly. We're going to make it work. We're going to make it happen.
Yeah. And if our boy's good enough, maybe he'll get flogged by Molly. Is that what he flogged by Molly or just, I don't know how that goes.
Flogging is terrible, though. Have you seen a flogging?
Yeah.
We have on Outlander.
Yeah, for sure.
We need Outlander is out at 8:00 tonight. Maybe that's what we'll be watching after dinner tonight.
Yeah, and then I
A new
want to see
episode of
anything
Outlander.
you can find on what we just talked about too. So, and I'm gonna let the Jack flow, the Jack Honey. I'm gonna let it flow.
Yes.
I'm just gonna let it flow.
And I'm going to go get me another White Claw because the two in front of me are in fact
I made
empty.
like a 4-finger.
We're going to
cup,
have some lasagna.
but I'm only down to like 2 fingers
And then we're going to have a weekend of celebrating Jesse turning 43.
Old as shit.
He thought he was still 42. I said, no, boo. You're going to be 43.
They always told me my whole life.
43 and a third.
Yeah, 43 thirds and a third. 43.999.
That was a very snotty laugh. Y'all, I'm so sick. I'm so sorry.
She did good. I thought she sounded good.
Thank you.
I think the audio's
The allergy
good.
medicine, Dayquil didn't do it for me this go around.
I've been fighting audio
allergy
for the last 3 podcasts.
Yeah.
And you sound good,
and
snotty.
thank you, guys.
You should always be snotty.
Snotty by nature?
Yeah, snotty by nature. Hip-hop hooray!
I knew you were coming for that, so I beat you to it.
Hey, hip-hop hooray!
Thank you guys so much for listening. Keep loving, keep sharing.
Yes, and we will see you guys next Friday, right before Christmas. And
no, we're gonna put this out on Christmas.
We're gonna put this out.
We're gonna release this on Wednesday, December 25th. The next one, not this one. This one will be on the 20th.
Yeah,
and then we're gonna post the next one on December 25th. That way, when you wake up and after you've opened all your presents with your children or family members or doggos or whoever you've got in your house, your aunts, uncles.
Grab your eggnog.
Your own chosen family. Grab your eggnog. Get your turkey started, and plug us in and listen while your Christmas dinner cooks.
Yeah, you can
or
be
microwaves.
Like,
we don't judge. Or gets DoorDashed.
I grab my drink about something and I
make up.
Yeah,
I'll say a little prayer for you.
We'll see you guys then. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.